Hello, this is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations. I'm in the process of designing a craft. This one I have not seen anywhere, so I'm not sure if I'm copying from somebody or not. I just haven't seen it. So what I'm taking is a square that you get from Dollar Tree. They come, it looks like this, and there's 6 of these little rectangles in there. So you can make all kinds of projects, whatever you decide to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on little blocks, and then to prop up my letters that I'm going to be using in a little bit. The blocks are going to go on the front. There is 2 for B and 4 for mine. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready, rocking with steam. And just a little drop. The reason I'm doing this before I paint it is because hot glue sticks better on dry wood to dry wood. That one's a little whopper jawed. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is paint the bottom and the top red. After that dries, paint around the outside edges white. I'm using Waverly Crimson. It's backwards because this is where I can see us doing this. We're going to work on making a little platform. Already glued the bottom, glued the little blocks on top. Now I'm going to paint it. These blocks are going to be painted red. So we're going to paint this red. This is a block that my daughter had originally cut out for Christmas trees. So I've just about used them all up. We'll see what comes next. If you hear clicky clack in the floor, that's Sam walking around. He wanted to be in here with me while I'm doing my video, so that's where he's at. I think he wants me to go get his bed so he can lay down. Hold on a second, let him outside. Okay, I'm back. He wanted outside. He heard something he wanted to bark at. We have noted in our little community that there is a bear, so I have to keep a close eye on him so he don't get caught up chasing that bear. I'm trying to make things that are usable for more than one occasion, because storing a lot of stuff for different holidays becomes space attackers. So if you can use one thing for more than one season, you don't have to make so many. I really enjoy doing this. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. It is an interesting thing to decide which ones that you want to make videos on. I'll probably do some that I don't do videos on because, you know, there's a limited time between now and Valentine's Day. But I'll put them all on my tier tray, and if anybody wants me to do a video on it, then I'll be happy to do that too. Alright, so there's the bottom painted. I definitely should have painted these blocks before I put them down on here. But you live and learn. If you do anything like this, guys, please be sure to paint your little blocks first, leaving the bottom raw wood, because it's still, what I said, still works. Raw wood hot glues better to raw wood than it does to painted wood. And when you do your project, you really want it to stay together. Okay, now that has to dry before I put the white on. So we're gonna let that dry for about 15 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back and everything's dry. I'm gonna go in with my Waverly chalk paint in white and paint the top of this. Sam comes in just so he can check on me to see what I'm doing, and then when in the middle of doing something, he wants back out again. Get him a blanket to lay down in here so he can lay down on it. Get this painted, let it dry, and we'll cut out the piece of foam to go on it. Like I said, be sure if you try to do this, that or any other thing, you go ahead and paint your little blocks before you put them on there. There we go. Go down through the center here. There we go. You have to do a little touch up of the red. If I try to paint over that white before it dries, it's going to be pink. So I'm going to leave it and let it dry. Be about another 15 minutes. Then I'll go back over these spots because I had to get in between them. And we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Now we're going to doctor up the red chalk paint again. Would have had to done this step if I'd have done what I said in the first place. Now, what we're going to do is to cut down a piece of this foam. I think this side will be good enough. And mark it. And mark it. And then I will go with the top of this. Just make an outside straight line, not touching the board, so that I can cut it with my basic cutter. Don't even know where it came from, but it lets you have a little bit bigger angle on cutting. To kind of saw cut this type of styrofoam, because if you don't, it comes apart in like a gazillion pieces. Okay, I'm going to get me some Mod Podge out of here just to keep this from going crazy on me. Dab a little bit on the outside of this to keep those pieces of styrofoam in place, because I don't want them to keep coming out every time I do something. Once it dries, that'll keep it in there good and solid. Okay, so I'm going to put down a layer of hot glue, and I'm going to put the good side to the front. I think I'm just going to put a layer of the white chalk paint on top of it and see where to go from there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of this paintbrush and make a hole that goes down in this way and one that goes down in this way. A little bit of hot glue down in there. This down in. Put a little bit of hot glue down in that hole and stick this down in there. Okay, now that big heart would go right behind there, so I'm going to paint this red. now we're going to leave this sitting here and let this dry. Okay, I'm back. I have my decision made. I'm going to put this word loved right in the center of my big red heart, but I'm going to paint it white first. Okay, let's set that over and let it dry. Look how pretty. Now I'm going to paint these little cupids also in the white. It is so therapeutic, guys. Just a wonderful, just you, your paintbrush, your learning capabilities, your creativity that comes out. These little cupids were little wooden pieces that come from Dollar Tree store. And originally they were both shooting arrows on the same side. I just took the little sticky off the back and put it on the other side. So I can now put them both together. Alright, now that they've dried, I'll take this word loved, put a little glue on the back of it. Be careful, don't burn yourself. Turn it over and put it right on this heart. That's going to be down inside of the styrofoam, so you're not going to see it. Let's put it, a little bit of glue down in there. Put it down in there and hold it just a minute so that the hot glue grabs a hold of it. Oh, look. Look how pretty. Okay, and then the next thing is going to be, I'll put just a little bit of extra hot glue on my cupids to make sure that they stay in place. Mod Podge hasn't dried yet. Everything else has, but the Mod Podge hasn't. See you all in the next video. Look for the pictures at the end.